Okay, so welcome to this 25th anniversary edition of the music of Citizen Swing and the album Deep Down. Hard to believe that this album is 25 years old. When I recorded that album, I was only 25 years old. I had been playing bass for about 9 years at the time. So 25 years later, I've played an entire lifetime's worth of bass since I got to that first point, if that makes sense. Very, very strange. What about this bass line? Well, you know, it's a good bass line. I think my 50-year-old self is going to make some suggestions to my 25-year-old self in regards to just a couple of things about that. So for this, the 25th anniversary edition, my official way of playing this is to just play quarter notes on that low D instead of the swing eighth notes that I originally did. Originally, for the intro and outro sections, I was playing a swung eighth line like this. And I think now I'm just going to say it's better to play quarter notes there. Because in that low register, those bouncy eighth notes just sort of they tend to obscure where the pulse of the beat is, pulse of the song, and I think it's just cleaner to play quarters there. I liked the idea of the dumpa-dumpa-dumpa-dumpa-dump originally, but I think in that key, in that register of the bass, it just gets lost. So I'm going to change that to just quarters there. The little turnaround that goes into the verse, it's like a D7 chord. And I think originally I played C natural, B, A, F sharp, G. I think I'm going to change that F sharp to F natural. I think this is a little better. I think it kind of fits the character of the song a little better to have that blues flat third in there. That gets you that, now you're into that line, which I borrowed from Billy Sheehan in the song Hot Dog and a Shake, I think is what it's from the David Lee Roth album Skyscraper. I'll keep that though. Chromatic walk up to the F sharp. That's the pre-chorus building into the D chord, so we start F sharp, G, A, and C, and that's again, we're outlining a D7 chord. and then there's this run, and that's hard to play at that speed. Try to do those sextuplets there. I probably, well, I'm going to try to do that still. They're tough. It's tricky. One other change I'm going to make is getting into that middle breakdown part. We approach that from C to C sharp to D, so it's kind of a C chord, then an A7 chord with the C sharp in the bass, and then the D. And then I'm going to play the open D, and then let that be the first note of the lick, and then play the high C. I used to play, I think that's what's on the record, but I'm going to change that. Oops. I think that the continuity of the line is a little better if I do the C sharp, C natural, C sharp, D, and then catch that lick like that, rather than same note, but the register of the lower D, I think, fits the line better. It kind of finishes up that phrase. Bring it down an octave, and then another octave again. I did make a mistake in the playback, but it should be. And Jeff on the trumpet plays a little grace note. I thought about doubling that, but again, that's one of those things where that could it could kind of obscure or take away from the weight of the bass line itself by adding that little hiccup in there. Versus or I think it has a little bit more weight if I just don't do the little hiccup that Jeff plays on the trumpet and just play. So yeah, those are the little changes that I would make, little suggestions I would make to my younger self, now that I have 25 more years of experience than I did when I wrote that bass line in the first place. So there it is, the 25th anniversary edition of Motor Mama, and my updates to my own bass line. All right, well, this is my Craig Johnson shirt. I'm wearing it to ask you to remember Craig Johnson and also remember Jeff Miller. Both of those guys have left us far too soon. So anyway, take care. Thanks a lot.